I recently discovered what a difference it is between packing for a road trip and packing for hiking. When I pack for a road trip, I throw whatever stuff I have in the trunk and I'm ready to go. And if I'm missing something, I simply stop at the gas station, at the convenience store, and I get what I need or what I'm missing. The trick with the hiking trip is that on the way to the mountain, there are no stores. So pretty much you need to know what you need before you go. Obviously you need to have liquids, right shoes, right clothes, something for the rain, a dark chocolate, I was told, it's always good. And you're hiking, right? You're equipped. You're equipped with what you need when you get to the top of the mountain. Don't forget the camera. You need a camera. I believe apostles were the ones that were equipped with what it took to get to the mountain. Jesus picked specific three, John, James, and Peter. He believes they're equipped to go and to see what is it that's going to happen on top of the mountain. They've been hanging out with Jesus for a while already. There were students at the Jesus school, right? The top-notch students. So he decided to take them to the mountain. When they get there, Jesus is conversing with Moses and Elijah, as we heard it in today's gospel, written by Matthew. When Jesus is conversing, Peter gets scared. They all get scared. But Matthew points out to Peter, with today's language, we want to say that Peter is freaking out. He has no idea what's going on. He freaks out because he doesn't have a control of the situation. He wants to offer 3 tents. I don't know for what, but he wants to offer 3 tents. And Jesus says, relax. Relax, it's going to be okay. Relax. Don't do anything. When the whole scene of the transfiguration is over, they're laying down on the floor. They're laying down on top of the mountain, right? There's nothing more profound than a person on her knees, kneeling in front of the Creator. How do you feel when you see me on my knees? It feels different, right? Different than when I'm standing. There's nothing more profound than a human being on her knees, kneeling in front of the Creator. There's a voice. Matthew describes the voice. I think that was the best way for Matthew to describe the whole situation. I don't think there was the actual voice, but that was the best way to describe the situation, because there was a lot going on. This is a moment where humanity meets divinity. Humanity meets divinity. Humanity is everything that we are so far. Everything that we are equipped with. Whatever it is that we're carrying in our backpacks to get to the mountain, which can be our American culture, can be our religion, our families that we grew up in, and no families that we grew up in. Everything that shaped us and made us. This is our humanity. So this humanity is taken to the mountain in today's gospel, where it's met by divinity. Divinity that still wants to change us, wants to transfigure us. Maybe we are a little bit out of shape. So divinity wants to shape us up, make us even more of what we are. You might want to ask, does it even happen today? Does this experience of the mountain take place in our lives? And if it does, where so? When we see Peter on his knees, this is where he's reaching out his limits. This is where he's reaching out his limits. He thinks he's ready. Jesus thinks he's ready. If you remember a few paragraphs before, Peter passes the oral exam telling Jesus, "You are the Christ. You are the Son of the living God. I'm so convinced that you are." And then on top of the mountain, he's not so much convinced anymore. He's on his knees because he's reaching out his human limits, saying, "I can't take it from here anymore. I put it in your hands." That's why that strange voice says, "Listen to him." And what does Jesus do? He touches them, saying, "Do not be afraid. Rise, do not be afraid." You might want to add, "I am with you." Do not be afraid. We'll go through this together. You're not alone anymore. Rise and do not be afraid. Since they're on the mountain, maybe he wants to say, "Rise and look. Look what's ahead of us. Look at the view. Enjoy it." Yes, there's a lot going on, but look at the view. It's almost like an iPhone view when you can take the panoramic shot. It's no more only one directions, but it's a wide panoramic view. Look at the mountains ahead of you. Look at the rivers, the valleys. Look what's ahead of you. So today we are invited by the same Jesus, saying, "Look. Look what's going on. Look what's ahead of us. Look what's coming. And rise and do not be afraid, because I am with you." We're going to go through that together. Church provides a wonderful tool for us. Every year, we set aside 40 days so we can get to the top of the mountain and we can enjoy the view. I believe we still have 30 more days left of that time that's set aside for us by the church so we can look and see what's ahead of us. Maybe not only what's ahead of us, but what's here and now. What is it that scares me? What is it that I'm afraid of? Maybe I'm reaching my limits as a human being. So I let the divinity, I let the Jesus to take care of it. Eucharist is a great example. We have it every Sunday. It's a great example of the top mountain, a source and summit of our Christian life, and a place where the transfiguration happens for us. We bring here our stuff, we bring everything that we're equipped with, and we want it to be changed, to be transfigured, maybe to be new, maybe shape up. In the Lent, we also have Stations of the Cross. What a better way to remind us about our humanity. Are we going? Are we falling? We're rising, falling again. No better way to remind about our human nature. We also have Lamentations, Lenten Lamentations in this church, another resource for us for this Lenten season. Maybe some spiritual reading, maybe knitting and meditating. There are so many ways to be transfigured, especially in this Lenten season. In the next 30 days, come up with something creative. Come up with something that might help you to be transfigured, might help you to be changed, to be new. So that experience of the mountain, it's not only in the book, but it can happen also in our lives. Amen.